This is the gap, right? So the problem with getting the early majority or the pragmatic people, the problem with this is that you need to leverage certain things to get them over there. And so what it is that they literally need to see that other people have done it. Right? It's literally like the Matrix shit, right? Like, how can Neo jump over the fucking thing, right? If this is Neo, these are your customers. How are they going to jump over the thing if there's this huge fucking gap, right? And the huge fucking gap is one, they don't know you. They don't have any information to learn about you. You haven't given them any dopamine hits, aka the easiest dopamine hit is learning. You haven't taught them anything, and you guys are, I'm speaking to general masses, and I myself am also in this boat as well. That's why I make content. That's why I offer my services. Besides, just working with clients and getting my incurring clients, it's a way for me to make masses in the marketing angles I want to hit. Is I put out content, make these live calls, do this stuff so that I could leverage these ideas of sharing with you guys stuff I learned from books, but also stuff I learned from business partners and stuff I've just been thinking about, brainstorming, implementing for my own businesses. So how do you show that, if you think about the scene in the Matrix, right? Morpheus is like, jump over this fucking building. And he just goes and does it. He's like, free your mind, right?
You have to let it all go, Neo. Fear, doubt, and disbelief. Free your mind.
And he sees him doing it. He's like, whoa, whoa, right? So, I mean, literally right here, right? If this is what the person's looking at, who are these people? This is social proof, right? The idea of getting people over is most people will not buy into your products because the general thing that they want to do is wait and see if someone else did it. Because the brain is basically in this idea where, look, if you bought the wrong thing, you're fucking like, right. So going back to that example of the berries, right? In the way that we have evolved and the way that we are hardwired, I promise you that you're more paying attention to things that have gone wrong in your life, because that's how you're kind of wired, than the things that have gone right. So, marketers know this, right? So they try their best to not, right? If you think about an infomercial, they're not showing you all the people who are asking for refunds. They're working on their craft and showing you there's appropriate amount of time. If you just study, like if you have television still and watch the late night infomercials, right? My thought process would be, okay, these guys are spending for TV ads and they're sending all this stuff. So what has their marketing team said is working? For the most part, it will be social proof saying, hey, here's a customer and here's what he said. Right. So when I ask you guys for testimonials, or as I keep making my content and I keep sending you guys surveys, right, that's all stuff I could use. And if you think about it, in my own inner circle checkout page, right, let's see here. I got to bring it up. Right. My own inner circle checkout page. Let's go to it. Right. At the very bottom, what I put in, right, was what are you getting? But then I just literally go straight into testimonials of you guys, right? The people that you want to be working with, right? So you may not know these people, but this is just the group I'm growing. Then I have more stuff, and then I have a typo here, ready to join. I'm gonna change that right now. But what I've heard before is like, you never have too many testimonials, right? If you just have a wall of people who are vouching for you, saying, hey, how great your basketball programs are, it's you can't go wrong, right? You can never have too much, right? Literally, if you have so many, just make a grid instead of doing like me and doing line by line by line. I have you just have a grid of videos, and just if someone's curious and wants to watch them, they can watch all of them. But in general, that is like the one of the biggest things of how you can improve your business is by leveraging just testimonials, right? And I had done that thing with the bottom code. It's called evidence, and it's that little pop-up that appeared before in Kartra that showed, hey, someone bought this or that. So I hooked that up to my web e-commerce thing, and that shows live updates when someone joins the inner circle, someone buys one of my products. It just does a little pop-up. Okay, so I think if I'm going to give an example of great marketer, I believe I got this book from got this book right here. It was The Founder. Got it from one of my good buddies in Dream Big Media. So he was in the inner circle with me. So we had we did a lot of business training together. We partnered up in the past. One of the biggest things you should think about when learning marketing, mastering stuff is just learn from the best people, right? Right now in your mind, there's so much evidence of stuff you can reverse engineer, right? So the biggest thing of what Ray Kroc did was, if you think about McDonald's, is the sign, right? Billions of billions served, right? As he talks about it in his book, Grinding It Out. But literally, right, the sub headline, like what they want to say is McDonald's, and the sub headline I'm going to say, it's like, dude, we've served billions of people, right? Ray Kroc, billions of people served. And so people, until you start studying this stuff and like treating it as like textbook, to me, it was just mind blowing, right? I'm just like, I'm so excited every time I learn more stuff of what I could do or what I could help do for ads for people I work with. And is just the idea of, you're like, okay, if now that I have like more clients and I'm like finding my passion, finding my niche, I'm kind of like locked in, I'm dialed in, right? Who am I targeting? Basketball trainers who want to learn digital marketing. Like, that's it. If you're not one of those, I don't care. Right? And it's kind of cool because it's like, okay, I know for the most part, most of the people I've interacted with, they don't have time to read these books and they're not really excited about it. That gives me the motivation, because I think this stuff is really fucking cool, and be like, okay, this is what I have to offer, right? Not only can I literally just set it up for you, but I'm continually working on improving myself, improving what I know, so that you guys can implement it either through this inner circle that you guys are doing it right now, or you send it to your marketing team and they do it for you.
Fucking Alan has been blowing my mind the fucking past 2 Zoom calls. Holy shit. Bro, I didn't know there was any strategy behind what Jerry was doing.
Well,
Just check in 2020 if it's still true, right?
Oh shit.
Check in 2020 if it's
Wait, so people actually do this, like right now? People are actually doing that.
Why wouldn't they?
Hard. That's
Yeah.
elite. That's fucking elite idea.
This is digital marketing elite. This is digital marketing time elite, okay?
Dude, Alan,
Elite level of marketing. Hey, I know you want to see Adam, but look, I'm fucking shredded J-Rock. Don't click this button, skip. I'm broke. They'd be like,
Alan, mark that, dude. Mark that, Alan.
they'd be like, who the fuck is J-Rock? Would that work or would it not work?
You can actually do that?
What do you mean, can you actually do that? I'm just telling you, yes. And you don't have to pay for impressions.